Under the Lights on CBS19 is sponsored by Bill Dickinson Chevrolet, Ultra Federal Credit Union, Smith Dental Care, and Heat and Eye Associates.
Hey, East Texas, and welcome into Under the Lights Playoff Edition. I'm Bryce Broneisen.
And I'm Serenity Douglas.
Well, how about that first round of playoffs?
Yeah, already. I mean, it's exactly what I expected it to be. We got some good games yesterday, so even better on Friday today.
We'll catch up with Dan Millay and our game of the week just a little bit later, but let's jump straight into some highlights. Starting off with a Thursday night game. You could tell it was pouring at Pine Tree Stadium as Carthage taking on Liberty ILU. Once again, though, just check out that rain. Players under the tents on the sideline, but Carthage was not let that rain affect their game. Here's Jet Surratt looking deep right away through the rain. He's going to find his man, Braden Manning, with the catch down the sideline and takes care of the rest himself. And now, hey, how about some special teams love, too? Carthage booting this one away after scoring once again. Leopards receive it, looking for a little bit of room here on the kickoff, and Carthage swarms all over them, and that ball is loose. Josh Gradberg performs the WWE takedown to stop Liberty ILU in its tracks. Back to the offense, though, now. Carthage looking again. Surratt is going to find Katie Matlock on the quick hitter, and just look at the speed from here. Running back puts on a show, making multiple guys miss, and he's going to go all the way on into the end zone to pad that Carthage Bulldogs lead, and it's really only going to get worse for the Leopards, though. Once again, it's going to be Jet Surratt yet again on the quick pass, this time connected with Blake Marion to just keep it pouring on at Pirate Stadium. Carthage extends their state-best 27-game win streak, and really it wasn't close. 42-0 your final in this one. Another Thursday night game, jumping over to number 3 in the state, Winsboro, taking on the Atlanta Rabbits, and you guessed it, there's the rainfall coming down at Lobo Stadium. Really looking like a downpour, and it made the game interesting. Winsboro scored early on the second play of the game to take the lead, but here they're trying to get creative. Lateral pass over the middle, and that ball is just going to squeak out on 4th down. So that's a turnover. Atlanta's going to take over, but similar issues on the other side. Atlanta attempts the handoff here. That ball slips away, and Winsboro dives on it. Thought they had possession, but guess what? The refs are going to call it an incomplete forward pass. So now a little second chance for the Rabbits now, and they're going to take advantage. Hand off to Jaden Riley. Speed through the raindrops and drag down just outside of the goal line there at the 1-yard line for Atlanta. But you bet that they're going to finish the job, and of course, why not? Hand it right back on off to Riley. Finishing what he started, he's going to punch that one in to get Atlanta on the board. This one was sloppy. Tied at halftime, 14-14. But Winsboro just pulled away, led by Kyler Finney and his 3 rushing touchdowns. The number 3 team in the state, Winsboro Raiders, will advance on to the second round.
All right, now off of Thursday and on to some Friday games. A little bit drier for them, too. We're going to head over to Dallas. We have Tyler Legacy Red Raiders. They're taking on Wiley East Raiders. It's the Red Raiders versus the Blue Raiders for this one. Now, Wiley starts off strong with the quarterback, Howard Fisher. He takes a snap, immediately misses it, but he ends up recovering it for a pretty rough start. Now, Fisher is looking to make it up for his team. He takes that snap, and he finds a wide opening where he rushes to multiple yards, dodging some traffic and getting all the way into the end zone. He got his team's trust all the way back. Now Tyler Legacy has possession of the ball, and quarterback Vaughn Lane is looking to throw and passes it to Sabrian Hood, who catches it, immediately gets taken down to the sideline. Now the Red Raiders are looking to push forward. Lane takes the snap and is trying to figure out what to do, and he's met with Wiley's defense right away, causing the sack on 3rd down, giving Tyler Legacy nowhere to go. Now it's 4th down for the Red Raiders, so they're going to punt the ball, and August Wilford takes the snap, but it looks like it's going to be a bad pass, and at this point they're struggling. Now Wiley's defense, they waste no time trying to make the stop, and they go on and win this one 23-14 over the Red Raiders. The Blue Raiders took this one.
Yeah, respectable season for Tyler Legacy, though. First-year head coach as well. That's going to be a program that's definitely going to build going into next year.
Yeah, still a pretty tough loss for them. It was pretty close. Now on to the game I've been anticipating. It's Spring Hill versus Van at Tyler Rose Stadium. Now Van with the ball here. That's Jackson Moffitt with the fake pads, and he goes straight up into the opening just short of the end zone there. Now the Vandals are going to try again, pushing against that Panthers defense. The Panthers defense were not able to stop it. They end up getting in the end zone. Now, to make up for that momentum, he gets body slammed there. Not a good one for them so far. Now the Vandals, they're trying again. Moffitt going long long to Cade Rowe, and the catch is good, and he even shakes off some Panther defense there, taking it in the end zone, making it look easy. Second quarter now, Vandals with the ball again. Moffitt finding his way around the pack of the Panthers before being pushed off by Emerson McFall right at the sidelines there. Then Vandals is just short of the end zone, and they're finally able to push it in for yet another touchdown. Now they're just coming off of a loss to Bullard, and they're making their statement in this game here. And the Vandals are added again. That's Jackson Moffitt again, but this time to his brother, Austin Moffitt, and it's caught in the end zone, and they're up and they're filling it. I'm gonna say the Vandals have it for this one for sure.
Fair guess.
Yeah, 63 to 34. Like I said, they were just coming off of a loss, so they're ready to bounce back.
Yeah, talk about it. 63. I think that's classified as a bounce back right there.
For sure.
Let's go over to our mobile set game. Tatum and Commerce squaring off at Lindale Eagle Stadium. Something to keep an eye on though. Tatum starting quarterback Cole Watson in street clothes there, not playing in this one. But first drive, Tatum's still going to move it with ease. That's Jamari Gibson going to go right up the middle. He's going to break a tackle, stretch, and just gets that ball across. That's in. Tatum strikes first. And then, well, Tatum's defense, though. We saw the offense, but their defense was swarming all over Commerce. Does a snap here, and a host of Eagles led by Xavier Moore takes down the quarterback. And then gets this. Just a couple plays later, check out number 0 again. Moore is going to go untouched on the left side. His second sack of the drive. Let the man eat. So now Tatum getting the ball back here. You're going to have 4th and 1 on the goal line later for Tatum. Called a timeout to get a little play in here. And they're going to go with this. Play action, and you're going to want to keep an eye on this because this pump fake was so good that it got us too. Looking for somebody, but it's going to be Ja'Cory Bradley finding Caden Tatum for a Tatum touchdown. Eagles up 14-0 in the second quarter. I'll be interested about this one too.
Oh, wow, okay.
All right, just about there.
I didn't know
Tatum,
where to look for that
42-21.
final play. And this is my first pick is already wrong. I definitely said Commerce. I'm happy Tatum was able to prove me wrong, though, even without Cole Watson.
Yeah, well, you might be a little happier with the second pick. We'll get to that a little later with the game of the week. Let's go to one more Thursday game here. It's going to be Jacoby Williams and the Beckville Bearcats, and the rain was coming down at Rose Stadium as they took on Alba Golden. But rain, Alba Golden, neither able to stop Beckville. Right out of the gate, who else? It's going to be Jacoby Williams on the keeper. Have you seen this before? Because I see it every single week. Once he gets out of the backfield, it's over. Williams takes it, turns on the Jets, and see you later. First score of the game all the way to the house belongs to Jacoby Williams in Beckville. As, man, that rain just continues to come down. I know, I was at that game. It was a little wet. All right, second quarter now. We're going to get the Bearcats back on the goal line. This time, Williams going to hand off to Will Boggs. A little stiff arm there, looking for the corner, and Boggs is going to get there. Touchdown, Beckville, as they take another 14-0 lead. And the rain also isn't stopping our favorite Beckville drummer on the sideline, always dedicated. Let's keep it going now. Beckville back on offense. You're going to get a little counter here, but it's going to be the keeper, Jacoby Williams, and blink and you'll miss him. All the way into the end zone. And yeah, you better believe it. That's another Beckville touchdown for Jacoby Williams. The rain was not slowing them down, but they were able to slow Alba Golden down. A shutout in the first round here, 41-0. Your final, and Beckville looks as good as ever.
Jacoby is just too good there, honestly.
Yeah.
And Beckville is just known for those high-scoring games. And shutout.
It was probably even better in the rain because they just run it with Jacoby too, and you just see what happens there. Well, let's take a quick break from the highlights and check some of the day's biggest news headlines. Here's Brendan Gurley.
Bryce, Serenity, new information in Smith County tonight where human bones were discovered inside a home. A few days ago, the sheriff's office reported the discovery of a human skull. During an exclusive interview with CBS19 today, Sheriff Larry Smith says they got a call from the homeowner claiming to have found human remains. The sheriff confirmed the remains are human, but they don't know the gender or age of the person or how long they've been there. Sheriff Smith believes the remains were in the back of the closet on the shelf for an extended period of time. The residents inherited the home from family. At this time, the cause of death is unknown, but Sheriff Smith confirms foul play is not suspected. Right now, the sheriff's office is partnering with the University of North Texas to identify the body.
All going to have to come from science to tell us what we've got. There's nobody left to interview that we know of that can tell us the background of where it came from.
We will continue to keep you updated as the investigation continues. The city of Overton has issued a boil water notice for all residents. The notice is effective immediately. City leaders didn't give a reason why the boil water notice was put into place, but we are working to learn more information. In the meantime, make sure to either boil your water or get water bottles from the store in the meantime. Reporting in the studio, I'm Brennan Gurley.
Thank you, Brennan. We've been talking about our game of the week basically all night and all week. Gilmer and center, you know those highlights are going to go crazy with offensive like that. We're going to have all that game of the week coverage just after the break. Stick around.
My name is Clint Thurman. You're watching Under the Lights on CBS19. Go Eagles.
Under the Lights on CBS 19 is sponsored by Bill Dickinson Chevrolet.
Hi folks, Bill Dickinson here with Bill Dickinson Chevrolet. And yes, we are changing the car buying experience with our non-commissioned salespeople. And just for logging on to bdchevy.com, click a vehicle of your choice and you can calculate the car payments right down to the very penny in the comfort of your own home based on your own credit. Log on to bdchevy.com. We have over 100 pre-owned vehicles to choose. All makes and models. There's something for everyone at bdchevy.com.
BD Chevy has something for everyone. We love to do sedation dentistry to provide a way for patients who typically avoid the dentist. We bring in a board-certified anesthesiologist that allows us dentists to be able to focus on the patient while the anesthesiologist is taking care of their comfort levels.
'Tis the season to discover freedom from glasses and contacts with all laser LASIK at Heaton Eye Associates. Right now, bring a donation of a new unwrapped toy to benefit CASA for Kids and receive up to $1,000 off your LASIK procedure with up to 24 months interest-free financing. Schedule your free all-laser LASIK consultation today and celebrate this holiday season with clear, natural vision. Merry Christmas from Heaton Eye Associates.
Get ready for the Hangers of Hope Christmas Extravaganza, the biggest and best thrift sale event of the year in Tyler, Thursday, November 16th from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m., where you'll find over 100,000 items like Christmas trees, ornaments, decorations, unique items, and anything Christmas. Best of all, every purchase benefits Bethesda Health Clinic, providing affordable health care for East Texas families. The Hangers of Hope Christmas Extravaganza, Thursday, November 16th from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. at both locations in Tyler, Loop 323, and on Troop Highway.
What most people say is they wish they would have come in sooner. Anxiety built up so much and they stayed away, but us with our anesthesiologists have found a way to deliver dental care as comfortable of a way as possible.
Under the Lights on CBS 19 is sponsored by Smith Dental Care.
I hope you like a whole lot of offense.
I definitely do, and I really like these two teams too.
Yeah, well, there you go. Center, Gilmer, our game of the week. We got to get right into it and head over to Dan Millay, who's in Hallsville. All right, Dan, game of the week. Let's hear it. Center, Gilmer. I'm excited to see all about this one. You got to tell us what's up.
Yeah, Bryce, Serenity. This was a really good matchup on paper. Two similar teams. They had the same regular season record. We kind of thought this was going to be a back and forth battle, but you're going to see in these highlights that the scales tipped in one direction at the start of the game, and they really never changed after that. Finally, we've got Game of the Week Playoffs edition. It's Gilmer and it's Center, a couple of 7-3 teams going at it in the first round tonight at Bobcat Stadium. Remember in the pregame how I said Gilmer knows how to win? Well, here you go. Will Henderson takes the handoff and speeds down the sideline to get the Buckeyes on the board early. And I hope you're not tired of seeing that, because you're going to see a whole lot of it. Oh, he's far from finished. How about another one for Will Henderson? This time punching it in from in close. And, I mean, personally at this point, if I'm Will Henderson talking to my teammates on the sidelines, I'm the SpongeBob meme. Want to see me score a touchdown? Want to see me do it again? Want to see me do it again? Count them. 1, 2, 3 tutties for Will Henderson. That man cannot be stopped. He's not the only one representing the backs, though. This time it's Aaron Bell. He gets in on the action. And, yeah, that just about spelled good night for the Rough Riders. Guys, like I said, we thought this was going to be a competitive game, but Gilmer took the lead early, and they never really looked back from that. Coach Metzel did tell me in the beginning of this week that running and the running game is kind of his team's calling card, and that was certainly on display tonight. We saw that from Will Henderson alone. I mean, just a really great game of the week. Gilmer's going to have the winner of Sunnyvale and Crum next week in round 2.
All right, Dan, thank you. And we'll be hearing from head coach Alan Metzel right after that dominating win. Dan, we appreciate it. We'll be hearing from you a little later on. Well, there was your final, 69-42.
Yeah. I mean, I bet on Gilmer for that one, but I think it's kind of funny how we thought it was going to be close, and Gilmer said, nuh-uh, not at all.
We were right about the offense part, though.
Yeah, we were.
Hey,
yeah.
there you go.
Pretty good one for them. All right, now we're going to head to another Thursday night game, but it was in the rain. Just like all the other Thursday night games for you. We're going to head over to Homer Bryce Stadium. Lindale and Vider. Clint Thurman making a statement early on, launching this one deep into the end zone to see his man, Aiden Wardle, for a touchdown already. Now, you expect the run of the rain to affect him, but not at all. Thurman, he launches it again because the run game was not working for him early on. That is Chad Ward. If you didn't know his name before, you know it now because he is in that end zone for the Eagles once again. Now, on the ensuing kickoff, this one is a little bit wonky. You don't really know who's kicking off at first, and they end up fumbling it right away, and it's a pile-up, and then it's Lindale's ball once again. Clint Thurman didn't even have a chance to catch his breath yet, but he doesn't even need to because here on the quarterback keeper, he's breaking some tackles. He said it wasn't working earlier, but it's working now, and he is in there. They didn't take him down until he was in the end zone, and Lindale is up again, and they're going to end up taking this one over Vider. 49-28.
Tough one for Lindale next week. They'll play number 4 in the state, Iowa Colony, down in Bryan. They're going to need every bit of Clint Thurman in that offensive line for that one.
I mean, maybe they need the rain. Maybe the rain is their key. Hey. I don't know.
Well, they took down number 1 in the state, Chapel Hill, already this year.
I mean,
so you never know. And hey, speaking of, let's keep it in the District of Doom with Chapel Hill running out here, getting ready to rid themselves of that Kilgore loss last week. But the Bulldog defense is showing strong here. They're going from 4th down, but Josh Castaneda, big hit on the quarterback, going to stop him short. Now their offense is ready to roll. Demetrius Brisbane doing what he's done all year long. A little juke move, making defenders miss, and just picking up first downs easy as that. But next off, he's going to hand it off to the birthday boy, Ricky Stewart, running over defenders for another first down. And when this offense is rolling, they are just so dangerous. Brisbane going to go back to pass again, rolls out. Man, he just has about all day long. Going to find Cameron Kelly in double coverage. We got a guy that tall. Forget about double coverage. He's making that catch into the end zone. First touchdown of the game for the Bulldogs. Now they got the ball back again. Brisbane back to pass. Looking. He had all the time tonight. And he's going to find the speedster Javen Mayfield for a big first down. Getting past the coverage and making that catch. What an absolute dime from Brisbane. And the key really, it's been blown coverage, or are those receivers just too good? Look at this. All the way back. Brisbane launching this one. He's going to find Cameron Kelly wide open there for his second touchdown in the quarter. 14-0 Bulldogs, and there's the Chapel Hill that we know. Watch out, because there they go with the win, 35-7 over Little Cypress Mauriceville, and they're rolling now.
I mean, I think it's pretty safe to say for Chapel Hill, they play to their competition, though, so I really am ready to see them play up to the standard.
There you
but
go.
We're going to move on now, on to Lumberton versus Athens. It's the Raiders versus the Hornets for this one, and we're going to start in the second quarter. Athens is trailing 27-0, but get a glimpse of hope with David Richardson with a quick pass to Julius Brewer, who throws it to Jamari Manning. Okay, a nice little quick pass there for 80 yards all the way down for a touchdown, making it 27-7. You cannot always pay attention to the score. Now, third quarter, it's 4th down for Athens. Richardson tries the keeper, but it's going to be stopped short of the first down by all that Lumberton defense. So a little bit of that momentum is broken up for them, but Lumberton trying to put some points on the board. Tanner Tipton, he hits a 31-yard field goal, making it 30-7. Now Richardson for Athens, now testing the waters, and he goes deep. A little bit of faith there, but it'll be intercepted by Lumberton's Carter Wilson. Now, that one was pretty back and forth for the most part towards the end, but, I mean, that was all Lumberton from the beginning, really, 40-14.
Athens, the lone District of Doom team to not win, but regardless, making the playoffs in that district is an accomplishment in itself. So in no way are we discrediting Athens there. Fantastic season for them getting in there.
For sure for the Hornets,
Lumberton, a state-ranked team. That's a very good team as well. So all props to them as well. Well, it was a little chilly tonight, but let's find out what the weather's going to look like for this weekend and beyond. Here's Chief Meteorologist Brett Anthony.
Hi, East Texas. It certainly was the perfect kind of crock pot and chili sort of night. And overnight, that'll continue. Not that you'll be eating chili, but patchy drizzle and cool temperatures down to 50 to start off Saturday morning. We'll finally get rid of that drizzle by mid-morning. Just a 20% chance of any type of precipitation through the day as the temperature warms up closer to 60 degrees. In fact, we'll see some sunshine perhaps out to our northwest, out toward Canton. But again, can we rule out a sprinkle? No. Sunday morning, waking up to clearer skies, temperatures in the 50s. And look at your Sunday temperatures into the 60s, maybe even a few areas making it up closer to 70 degrees. But as we head into Monday, clouds are on the increase and rain showers will be returning also during the day Monday. Here is your Baylor Scott & White Texas Spine Joint Hospital 7-day forecast. So some morning drizzle Saturday. Otherwise, it stays gray and cool, a high temperature of 59. Nice fall day Sunday, 65. Rain returns by Monday afternoon, just 58 for the high. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Well, you know it. We'll have even more highlights coming up just ahead, Serenity.
Yeah, playoff season, so even more action.
There you go. We'll be back right after the break. We'll be right there.
Under the Lights on CBS19 is sponsored by Ultra Federal Credit Union.
Turn the key and open the door to your next home with a home loan from Ultra. With a variety of loan options, from buying your very first home to building the home of your dreams, we're here to help make it happen with a local connection you trust. Our professional loan experts are with you every step of the home buying process and through the life of your loan, making it easy to handle your finances and getting you back to what matters most. Ultra Federal Credit Union, helping you live your best life.
Skipper's Pier Coastal Cajun Kitchen is a must-visit destination for seafood lovers in East Texas. Our full-service bar boasts an array of creative cocktails perfect to complement our seafood journey. But the star of the show is our delectable Cajun cuisine. Now at Skipper's Pier, you can find our coconut shrimp, Alaskan king crab legs, the Cheeto Bandito burger, and the lobster grilled cheese. Come dine and relax with us here at Skipper's Pier Coastal Cajun Kitchen in downtown Gladewater.
Your worst fears about insurance companies are true. In a leaked memo, they let it slip. How they plan to keep you from getting the money you deserve. The timing of their phone call, the words they use, it's all a scheme designed to pay you less. After a car wreck, don't let them cheat you. Tell them this: call my lawyer. Then you have nothing to fear. The insurance company knows our reputation for fighting for big results. Demand Daniel Stark, 1-800-483-8300.
'Tis the season to discover freedom from glasses and contacts with all laser LASIK at Heaton Eye Associates. Right now, bring a donation of a new unwrapped toy to benefit CASA for Kids and receive up to $1,000 off your LASIK procedure with up to 24 months interest-free financing. Schedule your free all-laser LASIK consultation today and celebrate this holiday season with clear, natural vision. Merry Christmas from Heaton Eye Associates.
Under the Lights on CBS19 is sponsored by Heaton Eye Associates.
Well, it's also the first round of playoffs for our private schools, and both Grace and Brook Hill had great seasons, so they get to host those games.
Yeah, they for sure do. And we're at Harrington Stadium for this. We're just going to jump right into the highlights for a nice little matchup with Arlington Grace Prep and Brook Hill. Now, starting in the first quarter, unfortunately for the Guard, they gave up a touchdown too easily to the Lions, and the extra point was good, so now they're down 7-0. Then Cam Ryle, he takes the snap and decides to keep this one, finding the gaps and going up the sidelines. For a second there, you think that he's going to go all the way, but he's taken down by that defense, that Lion defense there. Now the Lions with the receiver, the nice little toss, trying to go straight up the middle, but the Brook Hills defense spotted that one too quickly and said, But now they're third down, they're at the goal line. The Lion quarterback tries to do a hop and throw, but it'll be blocked and taken down by Dylan Oots. So they ultimately end up kicking a field goal. And Brook Hills going into halftime down by 10, not even able to get on the board yet. So I know it was a pretty tough one for them at their home crowd there. and they end up losing that one 37-13.
Dang, well, Prospero Hill on a solid season.
Yeah,
Tough
for
way
sure.
to end it, but
Yeah.
you know, moving across town now, back to Tyler for Grace. Midland Christian visited Grace Community Cougars for an early evening game here. Mustangs going to start off now with the ball on this drive, so we're going to get it now. Colton Newsome, he's going to go with a fake pass, and he's going to go down the middle, and he's got a clean field ahead of him, and he's all the way down before he's taken down by a trip by Doug Porter. So now the Mustangs still driving again this time. It's going to be Newsome throwing downfield to Briley Perez. He's going there, and he's going to fall just short of the end zone. Tackled by Aiden Hett there. So the next play, Mustangs on the goal line. They're finally going to push through the Cougars for a touchdown, putting them on the board first there. It's Midland Christian striking first, but Grace looking to gain some momentum here. McCade Stinson going full force into the end zone with the truck stick. All the way in. Cougars are on the board in this game. Mustangs back with the ball now. Newsome going long to Perez again, but Hett is going to knock that one up with the trip again. He's all over the place. All tied up in the first half, 14-14. And get this, for the first time ever, Grace takes down Midland Christian 33-28. There was a lot of bad luck through the years, but Grace finally on top, and I bet that one feels even better tonight.
Yeah, and that was a pretty tight one for them, too, so nice little win for them. All right, we're going to head over to Pine Tree Stadium. It's an East Texas showdown. There's Mount Vernon taking the field already. They're going to be taking on Gladewater. The Gladewater Bears have the ball. That's Carson Cooper. He takes it. He finds the edge of the field, and he sneaks it all the way down. He almost gets tripped up, but he's going to take this one to the house because they're making house calls for the Bears here. Now, Mount Vernon, they want their payback. So they score a touchdown right at the end zone. Good thing he didn't drop that ball because it was looking pretty close there, but they got their payback that they were needing to tie the game up at 7 there. Now the Tigers have the ball again. The quarterback, he tries to make a touchdown pass, but it'll be broken up by Kyron Wilson. Just like that. He wasn't able to catch it over the defender's head.
Nice coverage there,
yeah,
though.
Nice
Wow,
coverage.
lockdown.
For sure. Now
Let's
I'm ready
see.
to see that final score.
Oh,
okay.
Well, at least we
Mount
got the one
Vernon.
Gladewater touchdown.
Yeah, we did. We got that one for sure. 49-7 for Mount Vernon. I mean, they've been pretty good all year, though. So.
Yeah, they're rolling now. Hey, let's keep it in Longview now. Over at Lobo Stadium, where the Longview Lobos. They're taking the field after halftime, and guess what? The score's 49-0. All right, well, there's that in itself. You can tell Longview there. First up, New Caney Porter's going to try and make a play to catch the ball, but they're going to be taken down immediately by the Lobos. You're not going to get many yards on that defense. Lobos have the ball now. So Roe Maverick is thinking about a quarterback keeper. I think they got all the backups in right now, but he's going to throw it instead. He's looking for somebody. Kiefer Doxey catches it, but he's going to be taken down there. All right, let's keep it rolling now. Lobos still with the ball, and they're trying to break through that Spartans defense. Check this out, though. He's going to run right through here, and then he's going to get a little flipped over. Still going to hold on to the ball. Tough little tackle there, but and we saw it. Longview was up 49-0 at halftime. Did they call off the dogs? 59-7. Yeah,
I didn't see Andrew. I didn't see Kelvin. I didn't see Taylor Tatum. But you can do that.
I'm gonna be straight up. That New Caney Porter 7 was a pity score.
It was. It was.
They're not scoring. They're not scoring on that regular defense. I'll tell you that right now.
I mean, when you're that good and you can put in your backups of the backups. I mean, shout out to Lobos.
There you go. Hey, Longview's rolling, number 2 team in the state, looking to go all the way this year, and that's a great start there in the first round.
For sure.
Well, coming up right back. We'll have more highlights coming up, but we'll be right back after this break. Stick around.
I'm Taylor Tim. You're watching Under Lights on CBS19. Go Lobos.
Folks, Bill Dickinson here with Bill Dickinson Chevrolet. And yes, we are changing the car buying experience with our non-commissioned salespeople. And just for logging on to bdchevy.com, click a vehicle of your choice, and you can calculate the car payments right down to the very penny in the comfort of your own home based on your own credit. Log on to bdchevy.com. We have over 100 pre-owned vehicles to choose. All makes and models. There's something for everyone at bdchevy.com.
BD Chevy has something for everyone.
Are you ready to get more from your checking account? Ultra's A-plus accounts are built with more in mind. More ways to stay connected to your finances with online and mobile banking. More secure ways to pay with contactless debit cards and mobile wallet, so you can make purchases without slowing down. More money in your pocket with better rates, no minimum balance, and no monthly fees. Open your account online and start getting more from your checking account. Ultra Federal Credit Union, helping you live your best life.
Texas traditions, passed from generation to generation, caring for our livestock, Those Friday night lights. Enjoying our natural resources. Coming together as one. Yes, even chili no beans. Having learned how to smoke our meats. Texans and nature is one. Teaching our young. Standard is proud to be a part of Texas. Texans helping Texans is our tradition. Call Standard today.
So with a busy season approaching, back pain started getting the best of me. My doctor said that spinal injections would help. She told me that Baylor Scott & White Texas Spine and Joint Hospital compromised nothing to safety and patient comfort. Their tenured staff and top-rated physicians earned them the Press Ganey Pinnacle of Excellence Award for patient satisfaction. Call 903-520-9696 to see how physician-owned Baylor Scott & White Texas Spine and Joint Hospital can help.
CBS19 Weather and Weather app are sponsored by Baylor Scott & White Texas Spine and Joint Hospital.
Well, coming up in our second half of the show on CBS 19 Plus, we're going to have a ton of more highlights, including hearing from Coach Metzel about that big first-round win. But first, we have one more Thursday game in the rain. Someone went out there, so of course we got to show some love here. Coming down at a pretty good pace in Henderson at Lions Stadium. First quarter, Dangerfield on the move. Chase Johnson going to pass it out to Aaron Hampton. And he's going to get a little slide and grab there for the first down for the Texas commit there. Later in the drive, we're going to have Johnson again looking to pass at first. Maybe a draw all the way. It's a touchdown run and a little too easy. Tigers lead 7-0 after that run. And of course, with the rain, you're going to have the cheerleaders with some face paint issues as well. Moving ahead to the second quarter, the Bulldogs on offense. Cade Garrett handoff to Hunter Henry. Kenny Mosley with the hit. That's going to force the ball out. Bryson Lee has the recovery and the short return. Dangerfield is right back in business with great field position. Chase Johnson is going to go ahead and hand it off to Ashton Williams, and he's going to keep on rolling with the first down run all the way inside the 15-yard line. And later in the drive, Dangerfield is cooking now. Chase Johnson makes two defenders miss in the backfield, and he's going to break it out left for the run, and he's going to get in himself yet again. Some moves there. Touchdown Dangerfield, 14-0 Tigers now with about a minute and a half left in the half. Johnson rolling out the pass again, but guess what? He's going to use his legs again. All right, taking himself all the way in for another touchdown run. Chase Johnson is on fire. 21-0 at that point, and they're going to keep on going. We saw a few shutouts yesterday. Here's another one.
Wow.
48-0 Dangerfield. New Waverly waving the white flag in the rain there.
Dangerfield is dangerous. They were using that rain to their advantage a little bit with that little slide and catch there.
Slide catch. That was pretty sweet from your boy, too, Texas commit.
We love it. We love it. I'm proud. I'm proud.
There you go. And Chase Johnson, though. How about running it? Man, he was taking off all over the place.
I mean, when you're that tall, he was breaking through it. I like to see that from a quarterback for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're going to have a whole lot more of those. No more rain games, though.
Good.
I guess that's a good thing, right?
For sure.
So there you go. No more rain games, but we're going to have a whole lot more highlights. We're going to hear from head coach Alan Metzel after the Gilmer Buckeyes' big win there just ahead. We're going to hear from Dan Millay there. So make sure to join us over on CBS 19 Plus for all of that. We'll see you there.
Under the Lights on CBS 19 is sponsored by Bill Dickinson Chevrolet, Ultra Federal Credit Union, Smith Dental Care, and Heaton Eye Associates.
Hey, East Texas, thanks for coming over to CBS 19 Plus and joining us for Under the Lights, your best spot in East Texas for all those highlights and game action. I'm Bryce Brauneisen.
And I'm Serenity Douglas.
Well, starting off, how about that game of the week? Center and Gilmer and a whole lot of offense.
Yeah.
Well, here we go. Let's get right to it. Playoff edition. Gilmer, Center, a couple 7-3 teams going right at it in the first round tonight. And here you go. Gilmer, they just know how to win, and here they go right off the bat. Will Henderson, he's a track state champ in the 100-meter, and just look at that speed. Takes the handoff, goes all the way down the sideline to get the Buckeyes on the board early. Wow. Blinking, you're going to miss him there, and he is far from finished. Trust me. How about another one for Will Henderson here? This time he's going to punch it in from up close. Right on in there, and it's the Will Henderson show early here in Hallsville. And at this point, I mean, Will Henderson's saying, I mean, you saw me score once, you saw me score twice. Let's go 3 for 3 here. Gonna pass it out to Will Henderson. You saw his speed already. You know he's gonna burn down the sideline here, licks a little move, and then forget about it. All the way down the sideline, and Will Henderson is in for his 3rd touchdown of the game. Watch him count it here. 1, 2, 3 tutties. I'm not the only one representing the backs, though, for Gilmer. This time, Aaron Bell gets in on the action, and that about said nighty-night for the Rough Riders and their season. Man, when Gilmer gets hot, they get hot. 69-42. And unfortunately for Center, it was kind of live by the offense, die by the offense there as they get 70 on the road there.
I mean, but Henderson there, he's a runner, he's a track star.
Hey,
he was killing it tonight.
Turn me up. Hey, well, Dan Millay was out there. He was able to catch up with Gilmer head coach Alan Metzel after the game of the week. Big win.
Guys, the Buckeyes really came out on fire tonight and never looked back. And it was really the run game that carried them from the first quarter to the fourth. So I asked Coach Metzel after the fact, what allowed his rush game to be so successful tonight against the Rough Riders?
Well, our linemen have really gelled throughout this season, and they've become more and more physical. They know what they're doing. They can anticipate each other's moves. They're doing a great job on their double teams and then getting up to the next level. Our fullbacks doing a great job fitting in with them on the edges, and then we have some running backs who are very, very talented.
So you heard it there from Coach. The backs are the ones finding the end zone, but it's really a team effort to make all those touchdowns happen. Gilmer takes this one 69-42. They advance to the second round of the playoffs, kicking off next week.
Well, let's head over to one of our games taking place in the Metroplex. We've got the Longview Pine Tree Pirates taking on the Lucas Lovejoy Leopards. Pirates in possession of the ball first. Quarterback Matt Cates is going to take the snap. He's going to try and go long here, all the way down to Jordan Taylor for a complete pass way downfield there. They're trying to pull off a little upset here. Leopards already got the first touchdown of the game. Pine Tree's looking to score. Deep in Leopards territory, Cates takes the snap, thinks about it. He's looking. He's going to take it himself. All right, all the way in. He's about 10 yards before being taken down at the sideline. Pirates are hungry for those points now. They're so close they could just taste it. Near the goal line now. Cates takes the snap, and he makes a smooth pass, and guess who that's going to be? Dylan Evans, the Texas A&M committing D lineman. My goodness, I don't want to tackle that guy. First touchdown of the night. The fans are going wild. Shout out Dylan Evans on that. My goodness. All right, Lucas Lovejoy in possession of the ball now, and they wasted no time getting right back into it. He's going to take the snap, hands it right on over, who runs right through the defense for a Leopards touchdown. Oh, my goodness. They got the cool lights. That happens when you have one of those super nice Dallas stadiums, you know what I mean? They're pulling out all the stops. Lucas Lovejoy, of course, top 10 in the state. And really, it was just an overmatch for Pine Tree. But, you know, still put up a fight, and we got to see a Dylan Evans offensive touchdown. How about that?
Yeah, that one was pretty impressive and fun to see. All right, our last Thursday night game, and all in the rain at Nacogdoches Dragons Stadium. Now, that's Groveton versus Shelbyville, and it's already 21-7. Indians are up, but not for too much longer. Pressure all the way to Dallas Murray. He finds his man, Hunter Harvey, there. Then the Indians are ready to respond with a toss to Brian Thomas. But after some contact, he fumbles the ball, and it'll be recovered by the Dragons, breaking up all that momentum right before halftime. So now they're trying to make something happen with only a few seconds left, literally about 5 seconds left here. And a trick play, Dylan Parker dodging the Groveton traffic before finally being taken down. He was trying to make just something happen right before the halftime. he made a little bit of something happen. But look, we're in third quarter now. That's Brian Thomas taking the toss slowly at first, and then he finds that hole and all the way in to the end zone. But like I said, how you start is not how you finish. Let's take a look at that final score, because the Indians end up blowing that lead.
Wow.
And that was their last touchdown, so 35-28. That was a tough one for them.
Highlights in that little
It
short pack
was,
one, though.
and that's what I mean by
rock
like how
on.
you start is not how you finish, for sure.
Well, there you go. Let's head over to Texarkana teams now. In the first quarter here, it's Texas High. They got the fireworks in the pregame.
Okay.
Wow, okay, wow, all right. Maneuvered in for their way for the first score of the game here. There's fireworks there. There's fireworks on offense. It's a touchdown just like that at 7-0 Texas High. And here you go, David Potter. We've seen a lot of highlights from him this year. He's going to get the ball here. He's looking for something to make it happen. He is going to go ahead and keep it himself. All right, he's going for the hurdle. Oh, he's just short of the end zone. Oh, my goodness. That's some extra points for that, though. Texas High settles for a field goal, 10-0. Second quarter, Terrell makes a good play here, and they're going to go ahead and get on the board for their first score of the game. Still 10-6 Texas High after a missed extra point. And here you go. Tredarian Ball is going to take a pass. And just check this man out. He's going to go zigzag all the way down the field looking for the end zone, and that man loves to score. And here's another one. All the way in. He's got the Madden juke moves. 17-6 Texas High in the second quarter. This one got a little close at the end, but Texas High ended up pulling away. 51-28 your final from Texarkana.
Nice little bounce back for them after that tough loss to Pine Tree last week. So, I mean, that was unexpected for them anyway. So
yeah.
This was a nice one for them. But we're going to head over to Winsboro to take on the ARP Tigers. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that this one was a good one, and you're going to see why. We're in the playoff games now, and they're taking on the Cat Bears. And they start off hot with Frank Smith, and he'll find DeMarcus Wade on the slant, and he's going to take it all the way into the end zone for a touchdown for the ARP Tigers. Now, ARP has offense and ARP has defense. Frank Smith, he dumps one off to Deshaun Reed, and Reed will make magic happen like he usually does. He turns on the Jets, and he takes it all the way in for another Tiger touchdown. Now, with ARP up, the Cab quarterback, Winky Williams, he hands it off to Caden Waring, who plows his way through the Tiger defense for a first down. Now, later in the drive, Williams hands the ball to Blake Clark, who will go up and around and take it into the end zone. The extra point is no good, though, so Bears 14, Tigers 13. Later in the drive, the Tigers face in 4th and 20. Nice little toss to Zafavion Reed. He tries to take it in. I feel like that's Deshaun Reed's brother. I'm
Probably,
pretty sure.
yeah,
I'm pretty sure. 2 Z's there. But this one ends up going into overtime for ARP and DeKalb, 39-36. ARP was able to pull this one off.
Man,
Got scared
shout
there for
out
a second.
ARP. The game-winning
there.
27-yard field goal right there in overtime, 39-36. Going to be an interesting one. Next week, they're going to take on Harmony in the second round.
I mean, hopefully it's not that close for them. Maybe they'll be able to pull off a win.
Yeah, I'd be stressed out after this game.
Yeah.
I'd be enjoying my Saturday after that. You know what? I'm throwing a party for my field goal kicker on that. Shout out, ARP.
For sure, Bryce, for sure.
Yeah, well, there you have it. We're going to have more highlights from a bunch more teams coming up right after the break. Stick around. We'll be right back.
I'm Trey Davis, and you're watching Under the Lights on CBS19. Go Tigers.
Hey, Pleasant Grove was your championship pick here, so we got to see how they turned out.
I'm betting on the Hawks. I'm ready to see them hopefully take it all the way. There's been sitting at number 3 in the rankings, being undefeated, so I'm ready to see what they can do.
Let's see.
All right, they were facing off with Russ tonight, and they're looking to get their 11th win for the Hawks. Let's see if they can do it in the first quarter. That's Arkansas commit Akaria Johnson making a quick and pretty safe pass to Lance Jackson to put the Hawks up 7-0. Now a few plays later, that's Johnson again. He pitches the ball to Jalen Bordley, who breaks all the tackles. He's going all the way down the field, putting the Jets on. Yeah, I'm just going to scoot right past you guys because I'm on my way to the end zone. I'm trying to take this one all the way to the house for the Hawks. They're starting it off real strong. Now then, once again, it's Johnson. He is finding his receiver, of course. But this one is Jackson Gibson, and he's trying to catch it over the defender's head, and he does it. That one was a nice one for him, going to be on his huddle tonight for sure. Now, Pleasant Grove, they end up fumbling the ball here. Now, you would think that this is a dead play, but look, this is the Hawks we're talking about. Like I said, they're ranked number 3. That's the man himself, Caden McFadden. He dives in the end zone. Playmaker for the Hawks. Wow. They take this one 61-7. There was a couple top plays I could count from that one.
Yeah, that's an absolute statement right there, I'll tell you what. All right, let's head over to Marshall. They were hosting Denison after finishing 2nd in district. Denison kicking off to Marshall, and Marshall loses the ball here out of the hands of Diego Smith, and it is going to be recovered here. Looks like Denison gets it there. And so, all right, Denison is going to go with a field goal here to try and get on the board first. And Matthew Rangel nails it. So there you go. All right, Marshall back on offense now. We're going to go here. It's going to be Collier Sloan, and he's going to be throwing it out to his receiver here. Radon Sims is going to get it. He's going to go for about 15 yards there. Here's Collier Sloan again, tossing it out to Samaj Gatson, who's going to go and get a little bit here. We're going rapid here, fast pace, all the way, just short of the goal line. But here's Colin Sloan again. This time, he's going to hand it off to Landon Jones, and he's going to motor on in for the touchdown. And there you go. Marshall gets on in there, but was it enough to pull out the win? Let's see.
The Marshall Mavericks do it. 8
Marshall's
points.
been on a heat check lately. Took down White House, took down Denison, and they're rolling now.
Yeah, they look good for sure.
We'll have to see there for sure. Well, we have a couple more games and, of course, top plays. That's all coming up right after the break. We'll be right back. We talk all about that District of Doom and how they've been doing these playoffs as well. But let's take a look back at some of those top ones and see how that went.
I mean, so good we had to run it back. It was the Lindale Eagles versus the Vider Pirates over that Homer Bryce Stadium. It's the home of the SFA Lumberjacks. Now, Clint Thurman, he's making a statement early on, launching this one deep into the end zone, finding his man Aiden Wardle. They put themselves up 7-0 so far. Now, you expect him to run, but no, he said, I'm going to throw it again and deep again. He airs it out, and this time it's to Chad Ward, scooting right there into the edge of the end zone, scoring once again for Lindale. They're making a statement early on. Now, this one's a little confusing, so try to keep up on the ensuing kickoff. It's a little bit short, and you don't really know what's going on, but I'm just going to go ahead and tell you they end up fumbling the ball, and in that huge pile, Lindale comes out with it, so it's returned back to them, and black to Clint Thurman, and he's going to end up keeping this one. He doesn't want to throw this time. He wants to get in the end zone himself. He ends up getting in there for Lindale. They end up winning the game for the first round of playoffs, 49-28 over Vider.
There you go. We mentioned they'll take on number 4 in the state Iowa Colony next week. Let's go on to Chapel Hill now. They're running out here ready to rid themselves of that Kilgore loss and looking to get that offensive mojo back. But the defense showing strong here. They're going for a 4th down, but Josh Castaneda has a big hit on the quarterback to stop him short. Here we go. Bulldog offense ready to roll. Demetrius Brisbane doing what he's done all year long, making defenders miss, picking up the 1st down along the way. But next off, hand it off to his man Ricky Stewart at running back, who's going to run over some defenders for another 1st down, and they are on a drive here. So Brisbane going to go back to pass. He rolls out. He's going to have basically all day to throw before he finds his big man Cameron Kelly in double coverage. Forget about that one. He's in too easy. That's a touchdown. 7-0 Bulldogs. Let's see if they can keep it going here. Ball again. Brisbane is going to be back to pass. We talked about that last one having all day to throw. How about this one? Literally all day to throw. Rolls out. He's going to throw it deep and an absolute dime to the speedster Javen Mayfield over the shoulder and inside the red zone. And after a big 20-something yard penalty, move Chapel Hill back near midfield. Brisbane says no worries here. He's going to go all the way and hit Cameron Kelly, who got behind the coverage wide open for his 2nd touchdown in the quarter alone. 14-0 Bulldogs just like that. And they're going to keep on going. 35-7 your final over Little Cypress Mauriceville. And Chapel Hill says, I think I got my swagger back. Whoa.
They definitely did. I want to get Cameron Kelly's wingspan there. Like, he's so tall.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Reaching over
that's why I said double coverage. I'm going to just throw it up right away.
It is double coverage.
Hey, let's go into top plays. We just saw it, but it was so good, we're going to do it again. Starting off with Demetrius Brisbane here. He's looking deep. My man has the launch codes. Finds his man Cameron Kelly behind the coverage. Check his wingspan. Too easy for a Chapel Hill touchdown there.
Now this one for the Arc Tigers. It's going to be Frank Smith to DeMarcus Wade. Finding his man, and he takes it all the way into the end zone. A nice little run for him. Checking, making sure he's good, and he is.
Well, starting things off for Tatum here is Jamari Gibson. He's going to take a hit, and he's just going to stretch across the goal line here. He's going to get it, and that is in for a Tatum touchdown just by a couple inches.
Now next is the Vandals. They were dominating in this first half, and that's Moffitt going way long to Cade Rowe, making that nice little catch, shaking off that coverage on him too. That one was a nice one for him.
Well, there
nice
you
little
go.
replay too.
Gilmer, he had 3 touchdowns in the first half alone for Gilmer running back Will Henderson. Here was the first. He's a track and field state champ, and you can see that speed. Huge night for Henderson. And Gilmer, just like that, is going to win our game of the week. And Serenity, did I hear a track and field challenge from you?
Not at all. I don't want any of that smoke. But we might. I mean, he's looking little player of the weekish. I don't know yet. I'm going to go through the top plays, and we're going to see for sure.
Stay tuned for sure. Hey, let's go back and look at all the scores tonight from the biggest games. Busy night on the first round here. You had the Thursday games on that left side there. Carthage 42-0, Winsboro 30-14 as well. Lindale and Vider, we saw that as well, 49-28. Beckville and Alba Golden was a shutout as well. And on the right side, our game of the week, Gilmer and Center, 69-42. Tons of offense there, but Gilmer keeps on rolling, keeps their season alive. Van took down Spring Hill 63-34. We saw Tatum take down Commerce 42-21. And Tyler Legacy, unfortunately, had their season ended at the hands of Wiley East 23-14.
Now next up, we got some more scores for you. That's Grace and Midland Christian. For the first time in a while, they take them down 33-28. Now Brook Hill and Arlington Grace Prep, that one was a tough loss for them, and at home 13-37. Pine Tree falls to Lucas Lovejoy, but it's Lucas Lovejoy, 34-6. Chapel Hill getting their swagger back. They end up winning 35-7. Kilgore and Livingston, they make their statement also, 49-8. Gladewater and Mount Vernon killing it as always, 49-7. A nice little repeat of this, Longview, 59-7 over New Caney Porter. And then finally, Athens and Lumberton, 37-7. A lot of one touchdowns there, as you can see. Like Gladewater, one touchdown. New Caney Porter and Athens.
That's about how it goes in the first round sometimes, though, when you get, first in the district, fourth in district. Sometimes you just make it in the playoffs. You hope to make something happen. But for example, when you just make something happen and you end up playing Longview at Lobo Stadium, things might not go well.
Yeah, I mean, it was up 49-0 before, halftime?
Yeah, big Gilmer statement, though,
Yeah.
70 points about for them. Will Henderson making his name heard.
No, for sure. We were expecting that one to be a little bit closer, and Gilmer just stuck it to us. They said, stop doubting us.
Yeah, right? Well, we're going to see all the games throughout the weekend kind of get finalized as well. You kind of got to get both teams, find that neutral site.
Yeah.
So we'll have some of those games Saturday, Sunday, and we'll figure that out Monday. Of course, we'll announce our game of the week and our final mobile set of the year as well.
And I kind of love that we went over our rankings early on. Those were the last rankings. Nothing else to worry about. It's a clean slate now. I mean, after tonight, some people got their losses and their seasons are over, but some people got their wins.
Yeah, well, there you go. Well, we appreciate you joining us here on Under the Lights for the whole hour and for our mobile set at 6:30. Great first round of the playoffs. Now it's going to keep on ramping up the intensity for the second round. And you know where to find all those highlights next week right here on CBS 19 Under the Lights. Hope we'll see you there. For then, have a great week. We'll see you next Friday.